Hello, welcome back to Let's Watch Out for Fireballs Play The Binding of Isaac. It's episode 3 or 4th. It's the 4th one I've done, but I wasn't sure if I was going to do them, so I called the first one a 0 episode because I'm a big dum-dum. So episode 3 is what we're going to call this. Again, just kind of going through the game normally. I realized last episode I had my mouse cursor on the screen. That probably infuriated some people, and I apologize. I'm going to try not to do that. So still just playing a normal run. Next run is when I'm going to start showing you other characters and stuff. And part of me had this insane idea. I wish that I could start Isaac over and still maintain my save game here. Because I would start from the beginning and show you guys, what I was like with, shitty items and how to unlock all these characters and all that jazz. But I don't know if that's in the cards. Perhaps when the remake comes out. So Isaac, we've got the dice. Same old song as dance. Song as dance. It's the same old song as dance because rhythm is a dancer, and the music is gonna get you tonight. So that item there is Robo Baby. He is a robotic baby, and he's a familiar. He's gonna follow me around. I'm gonna take him. He's not great, but I don't want to risk getting something I can't use. So you'll see he shoots a little laser out. It does low damage, but it pierces enemies, and it's not too bad. Okay, you can always take pills. Tears down, that sucks, but I won't take it next time. Spiders, that sucks too. On the plus side, though, I do know where the secret room is now. For a handy 6 cents, not bad. Secret rooms give you coins in denominations of 3, 6, or 9, but those coins can be pennies, nickels, or dimes. Oh, that sucks. I wish I hadn't used that bomb there, because there are many, many uses for a bomb. I could have just left and taken the damage, and then the game would have repaid me for it right here. Son of a bitch. Because I would use a bomb here, get those 2 bombs, use a bomb here, get the tinted rock. Oh well, though. You don't always, things don't always go your way in Isaac. It's the nature of the randomness. They got another tinted rock in here just to really hammer that home to me that I made a mistake there. I didn't really make a mistake. With the available information, I did fine. I could have explored the floor fully before going and going into that secret room, but that would have been insane. So this is Gemini. He is not too tough of a boss. I would put him like medium plus for these bosses you can run into in the first round. It's just dodging 2 things at once. And then this little guy. But so the tip for this guy is he'll kind of bounce unpredictably off your shots. But you can kind of get him stuck up against the wall. So move a little bit away from the wall. Oop, I messed it up. Get flush with the wall and then tap up a little bit. And then you can get him stuck. So that's stem cells, that's a health upgrade. We're going to take that and make me look real disgusting and go down to the 2nd floor. So again, I don't know how long this series will run. Waiting for feedback from you guys. I've heard just positive things from, and I don't have a huge user base, but this is something I talk about on the show a lot. I don't know if the YouTube channel has gained any kind of like independent following outside of the podcast. If we have, I do a podcast. That's why this YouTube channel came about, called Watch Out for Fireballs. You should check it out. If not, however, if you guys get sick of this, you want to see 2 NES games per week. If you would rather see some other games, I thought about doing some other new games. I'm including Dark Souls because we have our Dark Souls podcast. We just recorded this week. By the time you hear this, it will come out yesterday. So if you like Dark Souls, please check out Bonfireside Chat. This item is called the Dead Bird, and when I get hit, I'll spawn a little dead bird that will fly around and do minimal damage. It's a bad item. It doesn't do enough damage, and its AI is terrible. This is the Halo. This is all stats up, and that's a great item. So great decision. Health up, damage up, speed up, range up, tears up. So I just woke up, so I'm kind of playing sloppily. You'll notice I'm taking much damage. And I'm going to do a couple Isaac runs today. So hopefully by the time I get to that 2nd one, I will be back in the habit. Yeah, or I'll have that bad run I was talking about. But so far, it's actually going pretty well. Haven't gotten any real garbage items that I've been forced to take. Haven't had any like crazy dickhead of shrooms that are gonna drain all my health. My cat's kind of being a pill, but that has nothing. You know, that's not Isaac's fault. That worked out very well. That's what I wanted to have happen, was to unlock the secret room at the same time. And I'm just kind of exploring everything before we get to the boss. Partly because a little bit of money will make the shop a good idea. A little bit more than that, and a little bit more of that. But 2 more cents will make the shop guaranteed a good idea. Right now, it's probably worth the risk, so I'm going to do that. I have 2 keys. If I had 1 key, I probably wouldn't do that. I would want to have a key for the item room next floor, especially since I have the D6 and the item room, you know, represents a lot of potential. It doesn't necessarily mean whatever item I get. Bad gas is a neutral pill. That does nothing for me. I could also try to get some money in the arcade. Let's see if the item is worth it first. Ah, candle. That's a great item. I would really like that candle. So here's what we're going to do. There is a tinted rock down here that I didn't get, so I'm going to grab this bad boy. Get a key, that's great. I'm going to fight the boss because there's a chance. One of the worst items you get for a boss is called Pageant Boy. Well, I'm not going to get Pageant Boy. I'll explain why in just a second in case anybody doesn't know why. Called Pageant Boy. That just gives you 7 cents or 7 coins. It's a terrible item, but now would be a great situation because I would get that blue candle. And I'm glad I got the blue candle because that fundamentally changes the way that you play, and I'll show that off. But I got one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse who always give you a cube of meat, no matter what. I want them to change that in the remake. You know, you can't re-roll it. You can't do anything with it, and it's an item that just has kind of real limited use. Like, it can be really great, but these bosses have a really high chance of showing up. So that's really disappointing. I'm gonna go into this deal with the devil as well, and that might this might also change my philosophy. So here we got the mark, and so I've got a lot of options here. I'm in an interesting situation. So the blue candle is a spacebar item that I can use unlimited times. There's a little bit of a delay in its rate of fire, and it shoots a blue flame that's really powerful, goes through enemies, and kills their shots. So the blue candle is a great offensive item. Right now I have decent tiers because I have that all stats up due to the halo. I could get better tiers taking the mark here. I could also re-roll this and maybe get Mom's Knife or Brimstone, which would be better items than the blue candle. I think that's what I'm going to do. Spirit of the Night is really good. We're going to try it. Okay, Spirit of the Night gives me flying and spectral shots, and this doesn't change my strategy. I can still go into the arcade and see if I can win a couple more cents. If I can't, que sera, that's okay. You know, but if I could win... Oh, and they paid me back for coming in. Nice of them. Okay. I don't have any bombs. Like, ordinarily you can kind of blow up these bros. Oh, shit. I'm an idiot. I can get the money. There's a blood bank. So... it's going to take some health, but we're playing some high risk here. We have a bunch of spirit hearts. Okay, and I can do one of these guys to try to get some hearts back. Okay, no dice, but that's okay. I got plenty of keys now, which is nice. So the blue candle, one of the things I was talking about on what Cole, the guy I do the podcast with, his other show, The Level, I talked about it on a couple different areas. It's how I think random loot in games is nonsense and kind of bullshit. Isaac has random things, but they're not meaningless. So that's really what I meant, was, you know, just random, like, plus stat upgrades. The blue candle here, like this, it's going to make me real extra clicky. So you can see how long it takes to recharge. Does a lot of damage, and I'm going to be using that as my principal damage dealer now. So it takes up a spacebar slot. That's a big deal. That's a disadvantage, and it's not, the damage is not going to keep me going for the whole game. Like, it's really good. It can do good work on some bosses, but sometimes can kind of fuck me up and not be good enough. So, but it's great, as you can see. So it changes the way that I play, and that's what I like about Isaac. Yeah. Oh, I can get that. I forgot that I was flying for a moment. You also have to stand still when you shoot it. There's a lot of, like, the game's very well balanced in some ways. Like, there's some items that are just straight up garbage, and they're not real balanced, but there are some kind of surprising, or there is some kind of surprising nuance to some of the balance in the game. Okay, so I usually go into these. It's going to cost me half a spirit heart, but hey, I'm going to get some pills. I don't want that tears down. This could be something great. Friends at the end. Was that worth it in the end? Probably not. But these 3 flies are not going to hurt me, and that is the kind of risk I'm often into taking. Kind of got a cool looking Isaac here too, with this Halo and Spirit of the Night. It's a weird weird combo. Notice I'm not using the blue candle right here off the bat. It's because the room is a little bit too busy. It's also a little tricky to aim. It reminds me of something else I wanted to say, and just in the way this Let's Play is somewhat of a tutorial, or you know, a new player's guide, to let you guys know that you can stack some of these advantages for yourself. So the blue candle, you guys won't get the blue candle if you haven't unlocked it yet. So it's worth, I would say, so there's the challenge runs, the 7 or 9, I can't remember, different challenge things you can do, and right off the bat, and those unlock items. And ooh, cracked mirror is a terrible item. I don't even know if I want to take it. I might take it just to show you guys what it is. So my reflection makes my bullets bounce back to me, like that. There's some stuff you can do where you can kind of like, you know, fill the screen with little goofy shots, but oftentimes it seems to work against me. You can do those challenges all unlock items, and that's, you know, that's worth your time. This one is called Dark Was the Night. The challenge aspect of it is that you have the Curse of Darkness, so you can't see the map on each floor. Pain in the ass, but I swear that you'll be able to get through it. Once you're done, the blue candle gets put into your mix. This Liberty Cap gives me a random mushroom effect every room I go into. So mushrooms can either make me small, really fast, and have really high range, bigger, do a little bit more damage, and have more health, or faster and have a crazy rate of fire. So yeah, I would recommend doing that one. I would definitely recommend doing the like Dr. Fetus one. I keep hoping to run into that item sometime while I'm playing, so I can show you. It is the most powerful item in the game, bar none. More powerful than Mom's Knife. And you unlock a more powerful version of it, actually, for doing that challenge. And once you do, it essentially just doubles your chances of getting one of these totally awesome, mind-breaking items. See how great flying is as a defensive item? Like, I didn't do perfect at dodging there, but I would have done way worse if I had not been able to fly over those gaps. If I would have had to have minded the gaps, as they say in jolly old India. Okay. So I'm sorry if my voice is a little hoarse. It's a little bit of a cold. It won't go away. The game is kind of fucking me over a little bit. Like the last, so my tears will go through the rock, so I don't actually have to move. I could technically, you know, this guy would be very easy to beat. And you can see that does a lot of damage. But the game's kind of fucking me over. So this boss, Chad here, he's from Meat Boy, I think, and he is another one of these bosses that drops static items. Like, he's gonna drop the same item every time, no matter what, and it's a tinier version of himself, and it's not a very good item. So this is little Chad. He drops red hearts every once in a while, which is fine, and it might be good, you know, like if you're new to the game, that might be great. However, like usually I try to have like a good buffer of spirit hearts. My red hearts try to be, you know, I try to have those be full, and the spirit hearts are what I try to roll on a little bit, and he doesn't help with that. So there's going to be a lot of red hearts just sitting around. There are times that can be advantageous, and we'll maybe maybe those times will present themselves. So this guy used to not be able to go over gaps. There was a patch that happened early on that changed him a lot. You'll notice my spectral tears, it takes me a long time to blow up those TNT barrels. That's one of the disadvantages, is that non-enemy objects are much harder to destroy when I have intangible tears. So a lot of keys. I'm going to try out this shop. The battery won't do anything with, that's a great item and it recharges your spacebar faster, but with the candle automatically recharges at the same, it recharges at the same rate no matter what. Look at the drawing for my reflection. Like, that's not a very good representation about what's actually happening here. And I would have liked, when I first got that item, I was like, oh, cool, ricochet shots. Like, I thought that would actually be really rad, and hopefully they, have the programming prowess to add that. I don't know if it's prowess, but hopefully maybe they tried it, but hopefully that sounds cool to Ed McMillan and Florian Himsel for the remake, the rebirthed edition. So yeah, half heart there. How did I lose health? That's odd. I don't think I lost that before I got these spirit hearts, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. So these guys are all pretty easy. These one of the Let's Players who I watch of this game, called Northern Lion. You have heard of him because he's bigger and better at this than I am. He calls these human popcorn, which I end up calling them as well. They're real sad. If we were actually playing the game with sound, if you could hear that, it would make really sad noises. This is a really good trinket, Mom's Pearl. I think it gives you a set chance of your, that's a lot of money, red heart drops being spirit hearts. I don't think it'll work on little Chad, which would be ideal, but that's going to be great. Spirit hearts are always better than red hearts as a drop, almost always. And there are a couple situations in which that's not true, but spirit hearts are always useful. Red hearts are sometimes useful. So these guys are pretty easy to take out with the candle. And got managed to get hit anyway, but see, there's Mom's Pearl operating. Way better than the odd mushroom. Mom's Pad is the worst. I said it last time. It's the worst of the immobilized enemies items. It makes them back away from you for 6 seconds. Enemies can get stuck on walls, and you won't be able to kill them and finish the room. Like, it's a real garbage. It's a real mess. Better than nothing. If you have nothing, it will get you through some bosses. Like, see, it's in this my reflection. It like just looks like chaos, and it's really hard. I know my shots are different colored, but hard to tell what's going on. Yeah. But yeah, it's a terrible item. You can definitely, you can get the final boss of Sheol, which is the alternative to the chest. If I'm ever having kind of a bad run, I think I can beat Sheol, but I don't think I can beat the chest. I might go show it to you guys in case you guys haven't seen it. I assume you guys have. I don't actually know very much about the who you guys are, but the you can get Satan to get stuck behind the wall, and he just, he goes and parties there, and you can never beat him, and then you just have to exit out, even though you technically beat him and beat the game. That's really frustrating. Happened multiple times. Lust is a pretty easy 7 deadly sin, as long as you are not below normal speed. So if you have normal speed or better, you can dodge him. If you have increased speed like I do, it's really easy to dodge him. And tears down. They love giving me those tears down. I don't know why I'm carrying around this Temperance card either. Temperance card creates a blood bank. I don't have very much interest in that. Check real briefly for the secret room here, because it can give me those power items, like more than just money. It does just give me money that I probably won't get a chance to use, but maybe will. See who our boss is. Gertie, this is a real common early game kind of game stopper boss. Like, this is a sticking point. This is like the Capra Demon of Isaac. Like, early players don't know what to do about this guy. So he spawns enemies and he shoots in that kind of spread shot manner. When he's gonna spread, it's pretty easy. He does that little disappear and angry face, and then so you just need to rotate to a different side, and he kind of squats down and flexes when he's gonna create an enemy. The box is a good item, gives me one of kind of everything. No, tears down. They really want me to take that tears down pill. I ain't gonna do it. Definitely gonna keep the Emperor over Temperance. The Emperor is gonna give me, but actually, let's do some magic here. I am gonna use Temperance. I'm gonna use the blood bank until I get down to half a heart. Reason being that one, I'm gonna get a lot of money, apparently. Two, this has a chance to pay out with like his item, which it didn't. That's okay. So I have a lot of money. I'll blow it up, get some more hearts back, and little Chad will give me hearts as well. So at the cost of a bomb, essentially, I got all that money. Let's see what Satan wants. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Satan wants to give us the Forgive Me Now, which lets us do the whole floor again, which can be a really good item. You get two more items. It's better if you have the D6, or you have to give up the D6 actually to use it. So but this can be very useful. But I'm gonna take the Pact. Replaces 2 of my hearts with Spirit Hearts and gives me increased damage. You can see I'm kind of, I have that candle, but I'm not relying on it too much because you have to stop and because it has such limited range. It's very powerful. It's gonna be kind of a boss killer for us. But our tears are now pretty powerful as well. So depending on the item, I might get rid of the candle, even though, oh, okay, so Curse of the Labyrinth and Necropolis really sucks. This is hard. I might get rid of that candle. If I see a really good spacebar item that I think will give us a greater chance of success, that candle is going away. This is going to be a really hard floor. And I don't think I'm quite doing the mega damage I could be doing to make this real easy. This could be a very good pill. Pretty Fly, that's a great pill. I have a little familiar protecting me. It's a permanent upgrade. And this is part of the reason why this floor is going to suck so bad. But the blue candle does... They're hard to dodge, but the blue candle does take care of them. Necropolis is like the hardest floor in the game. Like, it happens pretty early, but it is harder than the Womb. It's harder than like a lot of Cathedral runs, and harder than some incarnations of the chest that I've run into. It's very difficult. It sucks that we do have the Curse of the Labyrinth, because it means that there's only going to be one shop on this floor, and because I have 43 cents, I'm very likely, that was bad damage, very likely to run into Greed. Greed the chances of running into Greed increase as you increase your money and as you don't run into him. So like if you run into him, you're probably not going to run into him again. But if you are like me and you're rolling around with 47 cents, you're probably going to run into Greed. I'm going to pop in there just on the off chance it's kind of son of a bitch. On the off chance it's not, because it might be, I might get a really great item. But, yeah, it's likely. And I could end this floor right now if I wanted to. If I didn't want the items, I could use the Emperor card. That's what that does. Takes you directly to the boss. And, which is a card I did not used to think was good when I was first starting. Like, I didn't understand the teleport card's utility, and now I do. But I want to save the Emperor card for as long as possible. I get to floors where that are more difficult, and so how son of a bitch. This is a real shitty floor. This takes me right to the item room. I'm gonna use it and come back. Oh, the Miter. Okay, well this is a big chance of success. The Miter just makes more Spirit Hearts drop in general, so we are gonna be very good for Spirit Hearts with Mom's Perk. We have most of the Spirit Heart gaining items in the game going on now. So there's a little bit more we could have, but that's very good. We're probably going to get a lot of Spirit Hearts. And, I am playing like trash. So, and to be fair to me, these are not easy enemies. They're not easy floor layouts, but I am playing real garbagey. Real garbagey. So I'm gonna end up telling this story on Watch Out for Fireballs as well, I'm sure. But I want, ooh, that was a nice little bonus. Wanted to tell it real quick. So got a lady friend, and we went out. Okay, awesome. Greed is in the secret room, so Greed is not in the shop. That's excellent. So anyway, so we went to, I like doing nerdy shit. And not just with my bro friends, but like on dates and stuff. Like I like going to arcades and mini golf and like kind of activities, museums. You know, I don't like, what am I gonna do at a club? You know, and bars are just like places to drink. Like I get it, I like drinking sometimes, but anyway. So went to this place in a suburb of Portland called Wilsonville. We were going to this place called Bullwinkle's, which is like a laser tag, mini golf, arcade, super fun experience. And we went to this Moroccan place earlier, and it was excellent. Like, it's really, I wish I could remember the name because I'd recommend it. Really good Moroccan food, really reasonably priced. The owners were like really nice. They gave us a bunch of free stuff, and they can give you like this orange oil to put on your hands after you're done. And that could be something that happens at all Moroccan restaurants, and I just, you know, don't know. But it was excellent. Super great. And then we had like crazy fun in this arcade. Won all these plastic dinosaurs. And my lady friend was like, oh, we have to go on that, you know, this virtual roller coaster thing. Which I was like down for. I was like, I used to like roller coasters a lot. My ex hated them, so I was like, you know, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I'll be able to do this thing. We went on it. That's a good item. I'll show you what it does real quick. Tammy's head. You can use it once per room, and it does that. They come back in like that, which is cool. But it does that, so that's actually a pretty good item. But I don't want it. So we get on this virtual roller coaster thing, and it's like a space thing. We're going through like meteor fields and all that shit. And it's actually like, it's not one of those ones with just the screen. Like, it's actually, you're in a capsule that's being moved around by a hydraulic arm and turned upside down and flipped around and turned and everything like that. And it's going, and I'm kind of like giggling because this is a good item. It shows me what where the secret room is when I get next to it, and also shows me what's in the next room if it's a special room. But anyway, so I'm kind of like laughing because I feel nauseated, but I don't want to necessarily let on. This is a terrible fucking room that I do. And she is just kind of like, you know, oh God, you know, like seemingly girling out about it. And she has to stop it about, you know, I don't know, 1 minute and 45 seconds in of like a 2.5 minute ride. The guy who was running it for us, the cool teen, name was Ryan. Like, we were talking to him, we're like, you know, asking him questions, like, oh, we're gonna put our stuff out here, da da. And he seemed cool. We open it, he's like, you guys only had 40 seconds left. And so that was funny. And then she's like, well, did you get scared? And I'm like, no, we felt sick. And he's like, oh, pff. Which is, you know, come on, we're adults, buddy. Be intimidated by us, teenager. But teenagers today are not intimidated by me. And so that happened, and we both felt like we were going, like, we felt so fucking sick. Like, we went, and like, my stomach is just doing backflips. Like, I feel so much like I'm gonna puke. We're sitting on a bench, like, we're just like, look like the oldest people, and like, we look like fucking grandparents at this family fun center, sitting on a bench. And, you know, we've been dating for a little while. Like, it's not like, this is like bad first impression territory, but like, you know, we both start putting out these feelers like, I might be sick. You know, like, this might actually, like, I might puke, and that might happen. And she's like, I might, you know, we're kind of talking about, we're both on the same page seemingly. And so we go upstairs to where the bathrooms are, and who pops out about to open up the laser tag for everybody but our old friend Ryan. I'm going for the shop is the reason why I'm backtracking here. Ryan walks up, but I just stop because I'm like, uh-oh. I can't, you know, never let him see a puke. Like, I can't let Ryan see me puke. I go in the bathroom. I get sick like just a little bit. Like, I don't full on puke, but I kind of like cough, and there's some product. And we go outside, and we're trying to like adjust and get ready to get in a car because we have to drive like a half hour from the suburb. And you know, we're both feeling sick. It smells like Moroccan food in the car. It's just real nasty. We get there, I go about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and it becomes evident to me that I'm not, notice how I play that fortune teller machine. I have all these items that give me increased spirit hearts. It's going to make it worth it. And you also see that I see the secret room over here, the second secret room, because of my Splunkers helmet. And it's useless to me. So eventually it becomes clear that I'm not going to be able to be stoic about this anymore, and that puking is going to happen. So, Flush, in a relatively new relationship, I ask her to pull over, lean out of her car, and just loudly vomit. You know, just go for it. And they really want me to take those tears down pills, but I did get a free 5, made that worth it. And yeah, so I just vomit like mad. It's disgusting. Some of it gets on my shoes. Other cars are driving by, seeing me just, let go. I hate it. And I'm just so embarrassed. Like, I swish my mouth out with water. I have some gum. I'm trying not to have, high school beauty queen breath during the rest of this drive home, where she also feels nauseated. We get back to my apartment. She's spending the night. And I'm just like, I have to lay down and just go to sleep now. Oh, the bloat. Worst boss in the game. I'm being punished. So I have to go. It was relatively early, and I'm into hanging out with this lady. But I had to go to sleep. And I felt really embarrassed. And everything was fine. We still had fun on the balance. And we hung out the next day. And, it was real good. I had, tons of fun. And it's a funny story. But I was miserable. And just, I don't know, comical the timing of it. We thought we were such cool teens. And we were just gonna, do this cool family fun. And we were having the most fun. It would have been the best date of my life, if it wasn't for this simulated roller coaster that just made that just destroyed us, absolutely fucking destroyed us. So sadly, I have to leave Mom's Pearl behind. Not doing great on health on Isaac, so that's a good. This might be the shitty run I was waiting for. Even though I could still pull it out. Natch. So ordinarily I would save the Emperor card until I got to a harder 4, but this is Curse of Darkness. I don't feel like navigating this. I'm just going to go right to the boss. So we got Conquest here. He can be a real pain in the dick. Though he shoots those teleconnect shots, which you just kind of have to dodge or have blocked by one of your things. And then he makes those lights come down from heaven. Since I can fly, when those come around, I'm going to hide out over a rock. And that's all he does. So he's got a cool design, though. I always like to... Oh, God, I'm taking lots of damage. I could probably be doing more to dodge those teleconnect shots. And he doesn't even give me something I can use. Son of a bitch. So this is the white pony. It gives you flying, and every 6 rooms lets you do lights from heaven. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. I already fly. If I wasn't flying, I might take it. This is going to be our not successful run, I bet, that I've been waiting for. God damn it. It's mostly I've got decent items. I'm playing absolute trash. I'm playing really badly. I just woke up. I still got a little bit of a cold. So I'm not in top of my Isaac game, I think, is a lot of what's at work here. Gertie Jr., he's actually a boss that can appear on earlier floors, but in the original version of the game, he wasn't patched as such. So he just appeared here, and it was real weird. But now he's one of those bosses that appears as a normal enemy later in the game. The thing I really like in video games do that. Make you feel powerful, dealing with things that used to be serious world-ending threats on a routine basis. Okay, I'm definitely going to die on the womb. That's embarrassing, but I don't think I can have it within me to dodge if I get hit twice more. That's a great item, though, so that's actually awesome. Tinted rocks still exist on the womb. So you just can't see them, though. They don't. They're not demarcated anyway. So one of these sloths, friendly sloths, hit one. I didn't know that it was a tinted rock, and revealed the small rock, which is the best thing you can get from a tinted rock. It is not too little, but it is too late. I think it's really great. It's a damage upgrade, and that's really cool. The sun is a full health card. Like, the game's trying to make this work for me, I think. It does not want me to give up. So I would do really good damage. I'd love to get rid of the candle at this point, because my damage is probably comparable, and yeah, just those limitations. Even though the candle is very useful for the final two bosses of the game. So I can play. I just going through diagonally as if I didn't fly. I can play this for a while and get a lot of spirit hearts, but that's also a pretty boring video. And there's no guarantee that it'll work. Even though if I get the final item from this, I like that item quite a bit. So, like I said, each of the vending machines has a chance of blowing up and turning into the final item. And this one is a crystal ball, which every time you use it, it shows everything on the floor and gives you a random fortune-telling machine item, which oftentimes is a spirit heart. So it's a pretty great item. Sometimes it's a trinket or a tarot card, but tarot cards are really good. This one just blew up for nothing, but I did get a couple spirit hearts. There is the boss. I'm gonna beat Mom, I'm sure. Son of a bitch. That was actually a mechanical problem, like with my finger. Like, my finger got in the way of that. So not to make too many excuses, but that was actually, I know better than to dodge that. That was a mechanical thing. I need to wake up. I'm dead without my coffee in the morning. So notice I put that bomb down there. That was to kill those zombies, which can be a big pain in the ass. You can do that every round. It can be useful, but you oftentimes end up shooting it out of the way too, which kind of sucks. So I usually just do it for the zombie round, which comes around then in the battle. I know that isn't helpful around then, but that is what happens. So Mom here is throwing bombs just kind of continuously. I can fly, so the creep doesn't bother me. I just need to avoid the explosions and enemies she spawns, or those enemies that she did spawn. So it should be not too much problem. But you can see how my reflection, like, it looks like things are coming at me all the time. Like, what a terrible item that is. So to the cathedral, if I still had that Emperor card, I would use it. But it may not be that big a deal. And actually, now that I think about it, this would have been a good run to show you guys Sheol. And just do that. But we'll see. It doesn't feel like beating the game anymore. Like, it's one of the two alternative endings to the game. But it doesn't... now that I know that there's this greater challenge up above waiting for me. Two of spades there doubles your keys. I'm not going to need that many keys, but might as well grab them. Take it. Can't remember, can I bomb my way out of rooms in the cathedral? Yeah. I don't really want to fight death here, because even though I did take damage, but I would have taken more damage fighting him. Maybe it's possible you guys don't know that you can actually bomb your way out of... Fuck. You can bomb your way out of rooms. So, you can't in the chest. I know that much. But if ever in any serious dickhead rooms, I'm going to try to get through them. Because right now, my only chance, like, so with that sun card, that functions as a full health, show me the map, and damage the enemy card. It's the best tarot card in the game. Really what I'm interested in is that full health. So I can get hit at this point 5 times total. No. 9 times total with that card. And that's not very good. Like, you can easily get hit that many times fighting Isaac. Let alone, you know, the dickheads in the chest and Blue Baby. So I hope to get some more spirit hearts between now and then via the miter that I found. I hope to not, quit taking as much damage. Isaac's head is actually a great trinket. I'll show it to you real quick. It creates a familiar that shoots with you. It's one of the only trinkets that's the only trinkets that's directly offensive. 2 a diamond doubles my money, but I need the Polaroid if I'm going to go to the chest. Thank you for that. And just a big empty room. Thanks, Isaac. Thanks, Isaac. I have a little bit of that, like when you puke, like, I feel like I'm not one of those people that pathologically avoids puking. I know people like that, but I don't, usually, like, when my body tells me I need to, like, I know it's going to feel better. There's a reason I need to get whatever this is outside. But it's one of, like, the most traumatic things you can do to your body. Like, it shakes you up. Like, I still have this, like, it was 2 days ago. I still have this feeling of, like, a terrible, like, lump in my throat. I'm still not, actually, we're going to try something here. Let's see if, because boss rooms tend to be at extremities, and this is going to let us bypass a lot of the level and possibly get close to a boss room. So, let's try that. But, yeah, puking is just very violent. It's like sneezing. Like, if you ever think about, like, what happens to you when you, like, just your whole body just miserably flexes and just, it feels real good. And it's not too bad, but it's a very, like, violent act. Okay. Lots of dead ends. Thanks, Isaac. Yeah. Isaac's kind of fucking me over real good. And not that Monstro 2 is that bad. This is like a little faster, cuter Monstro 2. He's not too bad. But still, there's very little chance of goodness happening for me as a result of this. Yeah, some red hearts. Thanks a lot, little Chad. I don't think I've ever met a guy named Chad who I've liked. It's kind of a dickhead name to me, I think. Chad. Too percussive. Oh my God. Stop with these dead ends. This is, oh, ugh. Okay, so I was going the right way, I guess. Yeah, so the map would have been useful just to know where these dead ends were and just that I could avoid them, so where the fuck? Alright. Out here and down, I guess? This is a good example of, like, the longer you play, the kind of worse it is for you. So, like, if I had found Isaac really soon via, like, tease me, via, like, the compass, or even just, like, found it sooner with the map, I'd have a lot more health because I wouldn't have done that floor with all those. That's a pretty shitty item, actually. I'll show it to you real quick. It's a trinket. It's the dead baby, blue baby soul. And, look, he just kind of does his own thing. My guys will still shoot, but they don't follow me anymore. They follow him. But if I'd found the boss room sooner, I would have had, like, a lot more health. And, defense is offense at Isaac a lot of the time. And just getting to things quickly before they can screw you over is important. I see you there, Fly. And finally. So this Tinder Rock here is going to be good. Alright. I have a pretty decent chance of this with the Sun card. And with it, you'll see that the candle is actually a very good item for this fight because it destroys his shots as well. So, And I have a full set. I should stop being so doom and gloom. I have a full set of like orbital familiars. I have 2 flies and a cube of meat. That's pretty good. So I might do okay on this. What'll probably do me in is a room on the chest. Okay, I'm doing pretty good so far. If I end up winning this and beating the chest, like, I keep trying to get worse runs, and they're just getting incrementally worse. Like, it's just harder and harder to win, but I keep winning. Because the first run was that weird miracle run. The second run was very good. Third run was, like, had some more problems with it, but I managed to pull it out just at the end. And then this one, if I manage to pull this one out, I'm playing like trash. I need coffee. I just woke up. Still have a cold. I had that puking incident, you know. I overslept today. Like, there's all kinds of like just little real life things getting in the way of optimal Isaac performance. But we have made it to the chest with the Sun card, which is good. Let's see what our 4 chest items are. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, these are great. Money equals power. The more money you have, the more damage you do. Stacks at 3, so it's for every 10 cents. So 30 cents, you do 3 extra damage. That's excellent. Harlequin baby. Bam. Extra familiar. Heart is a health upgrade and also a health refill. So I'm going to wait until I need that and come back and pick that up. But this is I almost couldn't ask for better items there. That's excellent. I'm going to be doing really good damage now with that money equals power. So I have a shot. This is ridiculous. Like, even just from a time perspective, like, these Let's Plays are really long. Like, they take a long time to encode. They take an age to upload. And, you know, I wanted to knock out a bunch of these days. Like, okay, I'm going to have shitty luck in Isaac. I'm going to have a couple, like, half-hour runs. Knock out a bunch of these. But nope. I'm just that damn good. Now that I say that, the game's going to fuck me over, so... So there's an interesting room that you get a lot here. You want to prioritize. Lust is always top priority because he is going... shit. He's very aggressive. He's going to come get you. Greed, priority 2, because he actually does try to attack you and because he spawns enemies. And then finally, Wrath. You can pretty much ignore until the end because Wrath is a real idiot and just kind of walks around doing his own thing most of the time. It's pretty interesting, though. You can get any combination of these mini-bosses in these, so it forces you to consider them in new ways. So again, Lust, Greed, Wrath is what I'm looking for. Hopefully Lust doesn't get me trapped in a corner. I should... Ah, fuck, man. I'm really fast. Why is Lust, like, boomeranging into me? Or rubber banding into me like that? Like, I should be able to keep my distance from Lust. In-game. In real life. Hey-ho. Okay, well, I could die. I have 1 hit left, so I'm going to go back and get that heart item if I can. I don't think I'll die on Wrath. Stranger things is happening, especially with these My Reflection shots potentially shooting my beams back at me. Okay. Got a health. Not going to go get the heart yet. Might prove to be a terrible decision, but we'll see. I want to have max utility. And it was a mistake. Fuck. Okay. Well, I died to war on a dickhead room in the chest, which is what I thought might happen. But thanks for watching, and again, every Friday until you guys tell me otherwise. We got Isaac going on. Have a good one, and good night.